Hi, I'm Daryl Cagle. Today I'm drawing a Hillary and Bernie Sanders cartoon, and this should be a good one. Thank you for joining me. I haven't quite figured out how to draw this one yet, and it's a bit of a puzzle, and I'm always reluctant to do that kind of thing on a live stream and podcast because I can entirely screw this up, and so this one made me a little bit nervous. And the idea here is it's the Democrat hearts and minds, and the big mind is going to be Hillary Clinton, and the big heart is going to be Bernie Sanders. And I need to figure out how the heck to draw that, because it doesn't immediately. It did first. I was concerned about how to draw the donkey within the dimensions of what an editorial cartoon needs to be, and have the brain and heart be big enough to be Hillary and Bernie. And then the next thing I have to figure out is how to draw Hillary and Bernie so that they're recognizable and both in the shape of a heart and a brain and filling the space. And I am not at all sure how to do that. So I need to think this one through. Drew the quick sketch of the donkey just to make sure that I could get proportions working, and I think I can. I need his nose to come out more like this and have a little bit more of a snout thing going on because he's a little cartoony. That's better. Alright. So let me figure this out. Oh, I haven't set up the chat. Sorry about that. Let me go do that. So sorry, I should have had all this done before I got started. And I'm just running slow, but need to bring up a chat window to see if you guys are chatting, and I think you are not. I think you guys sit there silently and lurk. Lurking is fine, but it's dull. So let me get this Twitch window open, and I'll get the chat window up, and I'll see if anybody's saying anything. So just a second, folks. If you're wondering why my drawing table is dirty and green, it's because I went to Nashville, and Nashville itself is dirty and green. So the drawing table is appropriate here. Wait for this window to open and I'll get ready to go. No red ties. Nice to see you here. It's great to see the same people show up, particularly since it's very unpredictable when I'm going to come on and do a drawing. We're planning on taking these videos and speeding them up into fast motion and doing a quickie podcast. Let me see here. Pop out chat window. Move to screen 2. All right, I think I'm ready to go. Okay, so you can see here on my screen in front of me, I've got Bernie and I've got Hillary to think about. in Google Images. That's how you draw people. And I've got three previous Bernie and Hillary cartoons, and this Dave Granlund cartoon, where I liked his Bernie. I thought his Bernie was looking kind of nice, so I wanted to think about that a little bit. I like the emphasis on the lower teeth, even though he's got these really big upper teeth. He talks with his lower teeth hanging out, which is kind of fun. I notice lots of cartoonists don't draw very good Bernies. So, next question is, how the hell do I fit Bernie into a heart? Then I have to figure out how to fit Hillary into a heart. The answer to this question is not readily apparent to me. So, well, I guess I could do them like little fetuses with giant heads. So Bernie's giant head would be here. Have the little hands here. And his butt and his I could do that. Maybe that works. So how does Hillary fit into a brain? Well, how does Hillary fit into a brain? Maybe I want her facing that way if I've got Bernie facing that way. Bernie's basically going to be something like that with the hair. Hand should probably come down to here. Like a basic Bernie there. And then Hillary. Where does Hillary go? Sorry about the focus here. I've got a technical problem I can't fix. So the focus is what it is. Oh, you don't recognize me without the red shirt. You know, I used to wear the red shirt all the time so that I could edit things together later if I ever chose to, and it would look like I'm in the same place. But then I traveled over to Nashville and I forgot to bring my red shirt. Ridiculous thing to do. Of course I need the red shirt. Okay. But you're a no red kind of guy, huh? I would expect no red ties to also want no red shirts. I think Hillary just feels like she needs to face to the left. So everybody's facing to the left. So let's say this whole... I treat them like they're primitive Powerpuff Girl kind of caricatures, that the head is big as or bigger than the body. So Hillary can have her hair like that. I think oh, this is a great Hillary. Look at this Hillary. Isn't that a good Hillary? Baby Hillary. She looks like she's about 12. That's a good one. You know, it's nice to see teenage pictures of people that you're caricaturing because it gives you an insight into what they really look like. And this is what Hillary really looks like. You look at the modern Hillary with the grandmother wrinkles and the plucked eyebrows, and she doesn't quite carry the same Hilary-ness as if you look at teenager Hillary. So anyway, I like that. It's a good one to look at as you think about what Hillary looks like. Okay, back to here. Hillary. I think Hillary's kind of cute. I like the heavy eyebrows. You know, if you draw her without heavy eyebrows, as she now doesn't have heavy eyebrows, which I would imagine is a subject of some consultant, eyebrow consultant. You still need to draw her with the heavy eyebrows, or else it just doesn't seem like it's Hillary. It's kind of like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton has a chubby personality. You think of him being in McDonald's chewing on the Big Macs, but now he's got his heart condition and he eats sparingly and doesn't look like Bill Clinton. You can't draw Bill Clinton like he looks, or he just doesn't look like Bill Clinton, which is frustrating. Anyway, Hillary. I really don't know what I'm doing with Hillary in this position. I will give her a try. She's got the get her nose right. Her mouth is really pretty small. Put it too big here. I find it easier to make her look like herself if her lips are closed, even though she has those distinctive teeth. On Bambi. Sup. So, anyway, hearts and minds of Democrats. Hillary is the mind, Bernie is the heart. That's what the cartoon is. This arm should break through the back. Move that over a little bit now that I see that it needs that. Mind should come up a little bit. Hillary needs her roundness, and she's got a good deal of under the neck. She also has a good deal of hair that I usually like to make into a big tuft that hops over her forehead, but in this case I need to think too about making her a brain that the brainness of it is not really comporting to the Hillary faceness of it, and I haven't figured that out. So Hillary face, she's got these good upper eyelids. Her nose actually is kind of distinctive. Got this bit of a point to the front of it. Yeah, I'm going to go with the closed lips. I do like the teenager and child photos of Hillary. These are fun. Here's one that's a little bit younger still. That's a good looking Hillary, isn't it? I find it very helpful to look at these young pictures when I'm trying to figure somebody out. You would think by now I would have a good Hillary in mind, but I don't think anybody draws a good Hillary. I think Hillary remains a tough cartoon. You can draw a very simple Hillary, get the idea across. You can put a button on her that says Hillary. She's got these good pillars, starting to get a little jowly. She needs the heavy eyebrows. She looks a little bit better if she's a little bit mad. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to the drawing here. So let's give her some hair down this way. A little bit that way. A little more Hillary if she's a little more angry, I think. So some more angry eyebrows. Could give her this as teeth. Think about that for a minute. She has those distinctive overbite. I'll have to think about that. I'm hurting for her not having room for her distinctive swoosh of hair in the front to make this work as a brain. Let's give her a little Hillary hand and a little Hillary pantsuit inside the brain. Not at all sure I like that. And then maybe she has this spinal cord coming out of her butt. Spinal cord coming out of her butt. Okay, I'll think about that. I'm going to go to Bernie for a minute while I keep thinking about Hillary, because not entirely happy with Hillary. Maybe Hillary needs her knees bent. That helps. That makes her a little taller. Arm can be a little longer. She's trouble. Teeth don't look good. She always looks good better with closed lips. Cartoon Man. Nice to see you here. Boy, her body's looking wrong in this brain situation, isn't it? Jeez, what am I going to do? Tell you what, maybe both of them need to be on hands and knees. I may go grab a tracing paper and do a little overlay on here. Try to get her right. The face is good enough, you know that's Hillary. I think Hillary has a strong chin. I would argue that she has a weak chin. Here. No Red Ties thinks she has a strong chin. Look at this. That's a pretty weak chin, particularly here. Look at what a weak chin that is. Her chin is just back set. That's the same one with the weak chin. That's how I think of Hillary. That one's a little older. I mean, she's younger. Yeah, I de-emphasize her chin. Alright. Oops. One thing about OBS is it sometimes makes you lose your cursor. Yeah, that's not a very good Hillary. I'm going to need to try some overlays and see if I can get her looking a little better. I wonder if I have some tracing paper. Where I put everything. Try her again, just a scrap. I do make lots of mistakes figuring things out. So let's say make her heavy upper eyebrows. She got very round eyes if you consider the high eyelids and the bags under the eyes. Her nose pulls down a little bit longer than you think. Hardly can hear me. I did a sound check before I did this, but I can turn it up a little. Here it comes. There, is that better, Cartoon Man? You hear me better? Alright. Her upper lip is... Perfect, that's perfect. That is okay. I'll remember that setting as being perfect for you. Okay, she needs to have this hair on this side to define her. I think that was the problem I was having. And then she needs... You gotta have the hair to face ratio correct to get Hillary to look right. Hair to face ratio. Okay, she's looking a little bit better here. Not a lot better, but a little bit better. her weak chin. Should I have her looking at the reader? Alright, let's get her hair on here. Okay, I think I'm gonna treat the brain shape as something I have to deal with after I get Hillary right. The hands here. There is the back of her. Nose is wrong. I think that kind of has her. Could be better. She doesn't really have that kind of cheeks. She has a more of a jowly face. Cartoon Man writes, I did some drawing in public this weekend and it gave me a new appreciation for your ability to talk and draw at the same time. It's really tough. It is tough. Part of it, though, is that perhaps you have low expectations and I don't really say things that are all that worthwhile very often. Okay. I'm not much one for drawing in public. I suppose this is drawing in public. Okay, there's her back leg and her shoe. I can get away with one of those. And then that's the brain. Maybe maybe I'm worried too much about the brain shape, and just having her inside of the donkey's head is enough to define her as his brain without having to worry about brain details. I think I might go with that bit of a conceit. Alright, I think that's Hillary. I'll go with that for Hillary Brain. Now Bernie. Actually, I think Hillary's a little bit cute. I kind of like Hillary. Well, I like the way she looks. I don't like how she wants to jump into every war. But, Cartoon Man says she looks a bit like Sadness in Inside Out. Huh. Alright. In context, I think everybody's going to know it's Hillary. I think maybe the donkey's eyes need to move a bit to the left so that they are not Hillary obscured. And his head needs to encompass her into his brain, which pulls his head back this way. Okay, his eyes can be tighter together, I guess. Pull him down like that. Maybe that works. He's got more room for his clenched teeth. That ear can go that way, and that ear can go that way. Alright. I kind of have that working. Not entirely, but so far. And that is, I need to adjust the arrow now because the arrow isn't quite right. Arrow goes like that. And then the donkey's arm will go like that. Now, Bernie. So it's better if the donkey has, I think, a bit more donkey neck coming this way. A little collar and tie. Okay, now I can put Bernie. Where will Bernie go? Bernie really wants to go back here. That's, your heart is on the left, right? You Pledge of Allegiance this way, so the heart can be farther this way. I can move it all the way over here, I think. Let's do that. That means this hand needs to come down this way again. Okay. Oof, out of picture. Let me know if I scoot out of the picture or if I'm not looking at things quite right. Let's adjust this since I was out of the picture. There we go. Alright. Okay. Heart. Let's get a Bernie here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to do another scrap on top to finish my Bernie. I want to make sure that Bernie, I'm in frame, good. I want to make sure that I'm not confusing the Democrat's heart with his digestive tract, which is, since it fills his whole friggin' body, that could be a concern. That needs to come up. So should her spinal column come out of her ass? I haven't quite figured that one out either. So heart shape really needs to be heart definable. And this arrow needs to come like that. Separate from this leg. This is kind of a hard one to lay out, you know. I was reluctant to draw this one in a live stream because I wasn't sure I could make it look good. Okay, heart like that. Now, Bernie. Got lots of Bernie pictures here. So if I draw his head down that way, and his little hands can go complete the heart this way, and his butt can come up this way, with the legs back that way. Maybe that works. The heart's a little misshapen, but what the hell, you know? Poor Democrats, their hearts are a little misshapen. Okay, Bernie. Cartoon Man says, I think it's already looking really clear. She's definitely in the donkey's mind, and the heart shape is clear as well. Good. Thank you, Cartoon Man. Maybe I'm just overthinking. The ear needs to move up. Okay, Bernie. Bernie has half a head of forehead. You'll hear some other voices downstairs. We've got handyman working on the house, talking to the other handyman. So Bernie's got his big point of Bernie is that his nose is deceptive. It's very thin from the front, but really pretty big in profile, which makes it difficult. I think you have to draw it fairly big. People think of his hair being his notable thing, but it's not. It's really his nose. Okay, the eyes relative to the nose. This is the eye that's open, and this is the eye that's closed on Bernie. I do have some of my previous Bernies in here I can look at for reference. I do think I want to get the teeth. It's a pretty good chin. And his head needs to be bigger because he's looking too small compared to Hillary. So closed eye and open eye. Forehead, glasses. His arm needs to move back up here. I am going to have to tear off a scrap for him. He does need to be bigger. I may. Bernie is, I'm going to look at some of my old Bernies while I do this. In case you're wondering here, what I'm looking at is some of my old Bernie cartoons where I think I was kind of pleased with the way I got him. And this one here is a Dave Granlund cartoon that I thought had a very nice Bernie, so I gave that one brought that one up too. So I want to get his nose consistent with kind of things that I've done previously. So let's give him this. That's his nose. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong screen for you. And then he's got these big drop pillars. I like to emphasize the upper lip because sometimes it hangs flat and low. And it has a little bit of asymmetrical character. cute. Thank you, Cartoon Man. It's got this knitted brow most of the time. Okay, here's the gimpy eye. Here's the open eye. Nose is flat. He really doesn't get a lot of knit brow going on. Okay, let's give him a bunch of forehead there. Drop him down this way. Glasses. Hair. Let me know if your video is okay. I'm starting to get a spinning wheel on Twitch. Although I don't know if that's just me. We could both mug the reader a little bit more. Okay. Got a secondary wrinkle there. Nose needs to be more. This eye needs to be up. His eyes too open. If I really don't like it, I can grab a previous Bernie head, paste it in. I'm not too happy with this Bernie. to watch me struggle today. Alright, let's try this. I like him a little bit better here. Not a lot better, a little bit better. Move him that way. Get half a heart back here. His little Bernie hands down here. Head. Ear. He's got big ears. So arms down like that. And then leg. And shoe. So I've got a butt and a head defining a heart. Okay, is that good or not? I'm not quite sure. I think I might need to draw it again. It's getting to be close to Hillary's size, which is good. Let's give them another try. These are the things that cartoonists are embarrassed to do, which is why they don't want to do the live streams. Okay, so I think the eyes being more knit was necessary. I think this one's looking a little better. Let's get his knit brows going there. glasses, hair, and the ear over here. Back down this way with his hands. But, so I'm getting some heart shape up here. I'm getting a bit of a, actually that hand should probably come down there. Bit of a arm back there. Oh, I'm starting to be happier with this. Bernie is starting to form up. So let's the shoe going here. I think that's working. Alright, I think that's a good Bernie. Let's see if if I draw Bernie and Hillary first, and then make the donkey fit around them, maybe I've got it as something I can deal with. I can take out these two under pieces. Bit like he's in a diving position. Huh. Okay, you folks have all gone quiet. Alright, I think I'm gonna try going to finish here. Heart goes up that way. Alright. Now I thought this was kind of hard to draw. I speak in the past tense as though I've already got it done. No red ties writes shh. Am I talking too much? Or is that a leave well enough alone? I was going to say something about the previous nose, but you did it again. Well, I thought this nose was better. I wasn't happy with the previous nose. Okay, I'm going to start on Bernie. Because I think Bernie's kind of hard. Okay. Bernie, let me get a good page full of Bernie's in front of me. Okay. Gotta be thinking Bernie. Oh, commenting on the silence I mentioned. All right, I'm trying to do the stream of consciousness talking all the time. Bernie has an unusual kind of a beaky nose with these two nostrils that are very close together and are something that you would correct if you saw a kid do it in art school. Okay, I think I'll go with that. Okay, the gimpy eye. And the open eye. So I've got him there. Alright. Let's give him his glasses. The glasses are helpful for defining him. With glasses in there. A little bit of, sorry about the noise in the house. Have handyman in the house. I can actually pull this arm up a little bit. Close to the top of his head. Top of his head has a little bit of fuzz going on. Combed in from the back. But you expect it to be there, else it doesn't look Bernie-like, and it tends to break the edges of his heart outline, which is frustrating. But I'm not sure I have a solution to that. Okay. I think I've got him there. Bernie. Right, the ear. The ear has hair going over it too. Okay, that looks enough. I need to do a video on drawing ears. Okay, the arm. Got a wrinkle. And a cuff. Got my little sandpaper over here. A little more civilized than at my other location. Here I'm at the green location. Rather than the white location with red shirt, I'm at the green location with white shirt. I think that works for his hands in the heart. hone in him to just define the suit area as being a little bit different. Okay. There goes the leg. And can't. Now I need to have a shoe on there. You know, no one has followed me today. A batch of people watching. There should be somebody who has never followed me that can follow me. I do appreciate the follows. Okay, let's fit a shoe back here into the heart shape. If you want to look back at my old videos, I did a kind of a similar thing with my son's album cover, fitting him into an odd shape. Although not this odd. Okay, he is a heart. There we go. Now I'm going to try Hillary because, you know, they're harder parts, and even though I like to draw from left to right, I mean from right to left, because I'm left-handed. Oh, I have an opportunity to move him around. I guess he's in the right spot. Okay, Hillary. I'm going to give her heavy, angry eyes. She's looking at the reader. Eyelashes. Okay. I think that's kind of her nose. She doesn't have a real strong nasal wing, but she's got something there. Let's get her cheek here. think that cheek is too fat. So let's fix that. I'm not sure I'm happy with her mouth either. Mouth is really pretty straight and the lips are very pursy. That looks a little bit more right. Okay. I think I've got him there. Her right eye is the one with the bigger bag, though I'm not saying to change it. I see her there. Okay, no red ties. Her right eye has the bigger bag. Her right eye left. I think you're right, but I think it's very subtle. I think largely you look at her and you think her bags are, her eye bags are symmetrical. But you're right, it is more pronounced on her right or left. I hadn't thought about that. Okay. Interesting. I do like to do a big tuft of hair jumping out of her top of her head, and I just don't feel like I can do it here when she has to fit into the brain shape. Which is frustrating. Maybe if I drop it down a little bit here, I get the same effect. I'm going to go with this and think about it some more as I draw on other things without entirely being committed. Let's get rid of this. All right. Oh, I should say, I've got a new Hillary coloring book, and this is a Amazon.com self-published thing that I'm going to do, and I have not quite approved it yet. I think I'm going to stick this Hillary cartoon into it yet still, but you can see previous Hillary cartoons. Here's Hillary and Jeb Bush. We thought this was going to be the election at the beginning, and then Hillary running with racing with Bernie, and the Girls Like Bernie War, and the coffin cartoon, and an old Hillary with Obama. Hillary is poor. Hillary's Clinton Foundation money Hillary and the Republicans. Anyway, you get the idea. It's fun. I've drawn like Hillary with her war on Iraq vote. Look how she looks younger because I drew that 15 years ago. Anyway, the Hillary book is fun. Here she is as the general on the cover. I will have them on the site to sell soon. I have a Donald Trump book as well, and Wall Street and Obama. Because I was thinking, you know, the style in which I draw is very much a line style. And I don't use a lot of, I mean, I can take the line stuff and have it stand up for a coloring book style without the tone and the blacks. And these adult coloring books are kind of hot now, so I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. But you know, political humor books like this don't do very well in regular book distribution because you've got so much lead time to get it out. But we've got so many cartoons and so many cartoonists, and our lead time can be nothing if we're doing the books ourselves. So I'm just going to do them, sell them on the website, see what happens. And I hope that anyone watching this will jump right in and want to get a book as well. Okay. Because the books should be cool. Great gift for Father's Day, huh? Okay, this leg needs to pull forward. Let's do that. No one is following today. Okay, here goes the shoe. A little bit of a heel, a little bit of a shoe. Okay, now if I go to drawing the donkey, I think I need to draw these arrows first. Let's do that. So this arrow needs to point like that at her butt. And it says mind. There's quite a few people talking about, after the convention debacle in Nevada, talking about how Bernie's the heart of the Democratic Party and Hillary's the choice you make with your mind. Where did my sandpaper go? I should do a Bernie coloring book. I don't have enough Bernie cartoons. Hillary, I've got oldies from 2008. And Trump has just demanded a lot of cartoons, so he's been out of the ordinary for lots of cartoons. Mind, okay. I think maybe if I do a little bit of crosshatchy shadow to indicate that she's in a kind of a cranial cavity, that may be all I need for some fingernails here. I did a short video on YouTube about drawing hands. I didn't talk much about the difference between men and women's hands and drawing the fingernails. I'll probably do a whole video on fingernails. Okay, we've got some darkness happening there. You guys are all silent. Right. Finger can come down a bit. There she is in the mind. I think that's working. All right. So nobody new to follow here. That disappoints me. Okay, I think I need to do the same thing with Bernie in the chest cavity here. So let's get that going. Yeah, this was a hard one to draw. Speak about it in the past tense, it's still a hard one to draw. But I feel like I've gotten past the hardest part. I'm gonna ignore that spinal column issue with Hillary. Got her going there. Okay. None of you guys have anything to say. You're so quiet today. Oh, not many people are watching. That explains it. And I'm not seeing any technical problems, so I have no explanation for that. Okay. Let's go with the hair on the back of his head. I guess that would be his mane, crazy cartoon. I want it to go in the coloring book, so I can't be too heavy with the black. Okay, donkey ear 1. I'll have a bit of donkey head hair coming down here. And over here. Notice that I'm violating my personal rule of drawing from right to left because I need to figure it out. Bear Edwards, just lurking today, homesick with a cold, but enjoying the drawing. Well, thank you, Bear Edwards. Nice to see you here. I do appreciate that the same people come back and I feel like I have fans here. This drawing is a hard one. Alright, here's the other. That's not a good pencil. This here needs to go down like that. Donkey ears are big, but they have to fit in the little 1.5 wide by 1 tall illustration cartoon box that confines our lives. Couldn't do too much with his hair here. Alright, I've pushed his eyes out this way to get a little distance from Hillary. So I'll stick with that. He's a little bit upset and nutty. So keep that eye character. You know, I draw with a chisel point. That's what I do with the sandpaper to my right. And I I get a feeling for the chisel point that I think you don't really pick up on the screen that well. In fact, the chisel point stuff is something you typically only see when the image is quite large. We're having our big cartoonist convention weekend after next in Memphis. We'll be going into the St. Jude Hospital and drawing for the kids. When I do that, I always draw animals because they're stress-free and kids are always happy with the animals. I don't want them saying, "Hey, draw Bernie and Hillary for me." Oh, wait, will I get her just right? I've been doing this for an hour and a half. Oh, not too bad. I've drawn cartoons here on Twitch that have taken 7 hours. More complex cartoons. This one's hard, but it's not a long one. Alright. Teeth are good enough. Alright, I'm going to move back to the right to left aspect that I should have been doing all along. Okay, I've got a space here for his collar. Let's do that. Collar goes here. Just as I said I was going to start drawing from right to left, I start coming back in here and not doing that, huh? Well, if you guys want me to keep talking to myself, I need some comments here. Alright, let's make... I think I'm going to have to not crosshatch the coat consistently. In order to get the Hillary and Bernie distinctions looking right. You folks are so quiet today. I feel like I struggled with this drawing. although I didn't toss it and start over. I guess I have struggled more. I've had some that I've given up on halfway. Alright, how am I going to do his hand? I do have a kind of a personal style of drawing anthropomorphic donkeys and elephants that have human parts. That's a lousy pencil. Sure, I like that hand. Draw a little bit on it some more before I decide to erase it and start over. So the other one I was thinking about drawing next is based on an oldie of mine that I started thinking about more after doing the Obama coloring book. I drew Obama as a dog scratching his fleas, and the fleas are little Republican elephants that he's got jumping off his back. And it occurred to me that the same cartoon works nicely for Trump. Trump the doggy scratching behind his ear, with the Republicans going flying. Alright, let's do this arrow next. Arrows need their appropriate symmetry. You know my Lil Rapper, you like the Donald Trump as a doggy? Have you followed me, Lil Rapper? I have no follows today. I've been on here for an hour and 48 minutes. I do need a follow. That looks pretty crummy, doesn't it? key. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to a new piece of sandpaper. So I'll rip this one off. Here you can see me ripping off my sandpaper. Sandpaper's kind of dirty. Look at that. I'll live to regret that. Okay. So I got that. See what a nice, very black I get with this these hard pencils. That's one reason they look good for deceiving people into thinking I draw with ink. I get much more stiff if I have to commit to ink. The pencil lets me roam free. It is my freedom. It is my lack of commitment. My drawings show a lack of commitment. I have to say that the question I get more than any other one is, boy, you must be so happy with politics now. So many great things to draw. This is just a wonderful time to be a cartoonist. And you know, they've got the same one spot in the friggin' newspaper for a cartoon on slow news days as well as busy news days. And when people are more interested in the news, editors do not buy more editorial cartoons, which is, I suppose, counterintuitive because you think supply and demand, the demand should be up when people are interested, but it is not. You don't have more spaces to print the cartoons when people are interested. There is a fixed demand that is determined by the number of our clients, which does not vary with interest. So it's not good for business. And I think that at times when everybody is interested in the same thing, that brings out the worst editorial cartoons. what comes to mind is the weeping Statue of Liberty that you see lampooned in The Onion all the time. Little Rapper writes, I've been working a lot, so I haven't seen a lot of your streams lately, but have you done anything about Trump pretending to be his PR guy? Nope, haven't done that. That's not really an issue that I care much about. An interesting story for a day. So, back to my point. On 9/11, when everybody's drawing the weeping Statue of Liberty, I mean everybody, every stinking cartoonist in the world, that's cartooning at its worst. Right after that, we drew a fireman as the Iwo Jima statue at Ground Zero. Everybody drawing the same thing at the same time, you know, towering Uncle Sam, Angry Eagle. The worst editorial cartoons, or most banal, were the ones that editors and readers wanted the most. Well, now we've got what approaches that same banality with Donald Trump, with people drawing name-calling cartoons. You know, put Donald Trump hair on Godzilla, put Donald Trump hair on King Kong. Donald Trump is this monster, that monster. Every variation of Pinocchio. Name-calling cartoons, I call it. And boy, the Nazi references from around the world, those started immediately when cartoonists started drawing Trump. Swastikas and Hitler mustaches, Trump hair on Hitler, Trump hair on different kinds of monuments, Trump hair on this, Trump hair on that. So many people doing the same things, it is just really crummy time for cartoons. So, in answer to that question that I always get, isn't this a great time for cartoonists? I think these are the worst of times for cartoonists. I was thinking of writing a column about that. It's hard to describe cartoonists' work as being lousy. They don't like for me to do that. So I have to be a little political about it. Little Rapper writes, a few too many name-calling cartoons. They get old quick. Yes, and I think it is the nature of just about 99% of these Trump cartoons that they are nothing but name-calling cartoons. I say that as I'm just about to draw him as a dog. For that. That was a 4B snuck into the 4 H's. Apologize for the background noise. Again, that is my handyman running his equipment. Boy, his heart goes right down to his groin, doesn't it? Anyway, name-calling cartoons are fine once in a while, but to have so so many Hitlers and so many Trump Godzillas. There's just too much at the same time from everybody, and no sophistication to the cartoons, just name calling. So, bad times for our art form, I think. Now that said, I don't know that I don't know that editors are bothered by this. Editors loved those weeping statues of liberty, although I can't imagine they printed more than a dozen of them each. Big heart, yes. Bernie is big heart. I've been drawing 2 hours now. It's not bad. A lot of cartoon for 2 hours here. I did start it about 10 minutes before I started my stream to get that rough layout in, just because I needed to see it to know if I could even draw this cartoon. It's kind of a crazy cartoon to lay out and draw. That's wrong. S apostrophe or no apostrophe. Democrats' hearts and minds. Quinn in Dutch, thank you for the kind words. I don't think I've seen you here before. I need for you to follow. I do appreciate the follows. kind words. These arrows are probably going to be bright yellow. When I finish this, I may hang it up for a bit and do the coloring in another stream tomorrow. I'm getting lots of spinning wheels on my own monitor of the Twitter feed, although it looks like it's going out okay for me. Let me know if you're having troubles. Not entirely satisfied with Clinton's hair right here. I think I may come in and give her a little better curl. drawing with that hand I wasn't too happy with either. Lagging every so often, huh, little rapper? Mine's got a long spinning wheel, very fresh. Let's take another look at this curl. Right here. Oh, that's much better. I draw any more on this one. I'm just obsessing, which I've been known to do. Okay, Democrat hearts and minds. I think the drawing part of this is done, and I'm going to be moving on to the color. But the color may wait until tomorrow. So, hey everybody, thank you for joining me. This puppy's done for now. Thank you for the kind words, Bear Edwards. And I'm out of here until tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me. And I will say goodbye. And this will be the end of the